Welcome back, my dear students. How are you, everybody? I think you all are fine. I do the same. And good day to everybody. And I greet you. Welcome to the class once again, right? In our previous class, you all know that we were discussing changing speech. Okay, we discussed a pretty good rules on this topic, right? Today I will discuss more. I will discuss some other rules and expressions for using in the indirect speech. Okay, so let's start now. Okay, remember, if there are, I am just uttering some words, these are written in the board also. Okay, mad, fool, nonsense, liar. Usually we use these words to someone when we scold them or abuse them, right? Rebuke them. Okay, we scold people. Okay, we put them ashamed by calling the names. Okay, by pronouncing the words. Okay, mad, fool, nonsense, or liar. This scolding words may be given in the inverted comma. Okay, and for these words we must use some specific expressions or word. Okay, and the reporting verb in such case, okay, the reporting verb will be changed into called, right? The said verb will be changed into called. I am giving you an example here on the board. The grocer, you all know the story. Okay, the story of a grocer and a fruit seller. I think you all know the story. At one point, it is mentioned that the grocer said to the fruit seller. Okay, in Bangla, মুদি দোকানদার fruit seller কে বলেছিল, you liar. This is something scolding. Okay, he scolded him by uttering, you liar. How can a crow carry away such a big boy? Okay, then he sent a question for him. How is it possible for a crow to carry away such a big boy? Okay, so in indirect one we will change in this way. Listen and look at the board. I need your total concentration. Okay, my dear students. In indirect one, I am writing. Okay, said verb will be, the verb said will be changed into called. Okay, so what will the answer means? The indirect one, the grocer called the fruit seller a liar. Okay, just look carefully and listen carefully how I am changing the sentence. Okay, in indirect one, the grocer called the fruit seller a liar. Okay, and you all know that the next sentence here under the inverted comma is an interrogative one, right? How can a crow carry away such a big boy? How? WH word. Okay, the sentence is interrogative with a WH word, how. And so we will add the next part of the inverted comma, means the next sentence with and. Okay, and so what will the total sentence? The grocer called the fruit seller a liar and asked. Okay, here we will use asked because it is an interrogative sentence. Asked. How will be used as how. There will be no change. Okay, how, and we will now use subject. A crow, then can will be changed into past tense. Okay, could. So and asked how a crow could carry away such a big boy. Okay, so dear students, I think you could understand very easily how I changed the verb, person, and everything here in this indirect one. Okay, in the indirect sentence, the grocer called the fruit seller. After using call, we don't use to, right? So the grocer called the fruit seller a liar. He called him a liar. Okay, and asked. Okay, it is an interrogative sentence, so I'm adding the next sentence or next part of the expression with and. Okay, of the inverted comma with and asked how a crow can will be changed to could. Okay, how a crow could carry away such a big boy. Okay, you can change it into indirect speech in other way without using said. That means in place of said, you can use a gerundial expression, a gerund. Okay, okay, let's see how can you do this in this way. Okay, or we can do this in this way. Calling, we can use a gerund for call, right? Calling the fruit seller a liar. Okay, calling the fruit seller a liar. Now the subject will be here. The grocer asked him. Okay, now we can use object. We must not use the subject again and again. Okay, calling the fruit seller a liar, the grocer asked him how a crow will be could. Okay, could carry away such a big boy. Okay, so calling the fruit seller a liar, the grocer asked him how a crow could carry away such a big boy. It can also be done like this. Okay, it is alternative, right? Alternative of the first one. So dear students, I think in the inverted comma, if there is mad or fool or nonsense or liar or stupid or any other scolding or abusing words used, we can change the reporting verb said into call or gerundial expression calling. Okay, let's have another sentence. Let's draw another sentence for your better understanding. I'm giving you another sentence for this. Okay, so that you can comprehend easily everything. Okay, Mrs. Mabin, right? I need a name. Said to Miss Paclitide. Okay, Paclitide. Suppose the name. Maybe they are tiger hunters. Okay. Well, Mrs. Mabin said to Miss Paclitide, nonsense. Okay, nonsense means you nonsense, right? How can an old tiger spring up such a height? Okay, dear students, the direct speech here is Mrs. Mabin said to Miss Paclitide. Maybe they are two persons. They went on hunting. Okay, they made a platform on the tree for observing tigers approaching and their movement, and from that height they will hunt tigers. They will fire at the tigers. Okay, from that space, from that state, from that platform, Mrs. Mabin said to Miss Paclitide. Maybe Paclitide expressed her anxiety, her worriedness, okay, and she was afraid that the tiger may spring up such a height. Okay, but it was impossible because the tiger was very old, and so Mrs. Mabin said to Miss Paclitide, nonsense, you don't have any common sense about tiger's movement. Okay, how can an old tiger spring up such a height? And she cast a question to her simultaneously. Okay, after scolding her, she threw a sentence to her through scolding. Okay, so let's do the sentence. Make the sentence indirect one alike. Okay, as we did before. So there will be indirect, okay? So we can use calling. If you do it using gerund, what will be the answer? Calling Miss Paclitide. Calling Miss Paclitide nonsense, okay? Or you can use a nonsense, okay? Calling Miss Paclitide a nonsense. You can use a, or you can omit this word, this article, no problem. Calling Miss Paclitide nonsense. Mrs. Mabin asked her, okay, how, okay, this is the sentence, interrogative sentence starts with the WH word how. We can use how in place of how, okay? So calling Miss Paclitide a nonsense or only nonsense, okay? Mrs. Mabin asked her how an old tiger sprang up such a height, okay? That means, okay, we used modal verb, right? Can, it would be could, okay? Right? Miss Mabin asked her how an old tiger could spring up such a height, okay? She is just rejecting the possibility of springing up the tiger such a height, okay? So the total sentence is calling Miss Paclitide a nonsense or nonsense. Mrs. Mabin asked her how an old tiger could spring up such a height. Or you can do like this, Mrs. or Mrs. Mabin called Miss Paclitide a nonsense, okay, or nonsense, and asked how an old tiger could spring up such a height. Okay, my dear students, I think it's very much clear now to you, okay, how we can change such word, and we can use the expressions for those words call, nonsense, stupid, liar, mad, and many more, right? So what is the answer? Calling Miss Paclitide a nonsense, Mrs. Mabin asked her how an old tiger could spring up such a height. Or Mrs. Mabin called Miss Paclitide a nonsense and asked how an old tiger could spring up such a height. Okay. So we have to stop this rule now. We will start another pattern of indirect speech, right? Changing of it, okay? Another rules, okay? Suppose someone is promising, okay, to another person, or to the speaker, right? The speaker is promising to the person he is speaking to, right? Or the speaker is casting a promise to his partner, okay? Or vow, right? In Bangla, shapot, okay? Sometimes you just adopt a vow or promise place to your partner, right? To your friend, okay? To emphasize your statement. These are, okay, by Allah or by God, okay, or by Job, especially the Greek people, okay, swear by this expression, by Job. It's the name of their God, okay, or goddess, okay, by Allah, by God, by Job, and so on, okay. Such type, if there are such type of expressions in the inverted comma, under the inverted comma, we will change the reporting verb said into swore. You know, swear means in Bangla shapat kora, place, right? Or promise. SWEAR, swear. Its past tense is swore. Its past participle is sworn, right? So you will use this V2, right? Past indefinite form. Said will be changed into swore by, okay? This by will be just after swore. And the rest of the part of the sentence will be as usual, okay? It will just stand as similar, okay? So, said will be changed into swore by, or you can also use gerundial expression swearing by, okay? Swearing by. You can also use this expression, means gerundial expression. Okay, we have to draw an example, right, for more clarification, okay, for better understanding. Okay, example is, Sheila said to me, by Allah, I will never leave you even in danger. Okay, my dear students, can you see the sentence here in the board? Okay, you should be more careful. Okay, I need your total concentration for understanding the rules. Okay, rule by Allah, by God, by Job, by Jews. It may be by Jews. Okay, and many more. Okay, such type of expressions will be changed through changing said into swore by or swearing by. Okay, well, suppose your friend Sheila said, my friend Sheila, okay, said to me, by Allah, in Bangla, Allah Qasam, right? She is emphasizing her statement, her urges to me, okay, by Allah, I will never leave you, and even in danger. Okay, so I will use the way to turn the direct speech into indirect one. Listen and look at the board. Okay, okay, Sheila said will be swore. Okay, Sheila swore by Allah. Okay, Sheila swore by Allah. Okay, Sheila swore by Allah. And okay, you know, she is telling me, she said to me. Here object is mentioned, so we will use told. You can also use said, no problem. Sheila swore by Allah and told me that, I will would be she, will be changed into would. Okay, she would never leave. Second person will follow object. Okay, then she will never leave me even in danger. Okay, look and try to understand how I changed the direct speech into indirect one. Okay, try to comprehend. Sheila swore by Allah and told me that, or you can also say, you can also write, Sheila swore by Allah and said that. Okay, you may not mention the object here, and you can also mention it simultaneously. Sheila swore by Allah and told me that she would never leave me even in danger. Or you can change this by this way, right? So change the sentence by this way. Swearing, gerundial expression. Swearing in the name of Allah. You can also use swearing by Allah. Okay, swearing by Allah or swearing in the name of Allah. In Bangla, Allah name shapot kore Sheila told me that she would never, okay, she would never leave me even in danger. Okay, dear students, how easy it is. Can you imagine? But sometimes you get hindered, okay? You feel it difficult in the exam hall to solve such type of direct speech, to change it into indirect one, okay? Sheila swore by Allah and told me that she would never leave me even in danger, or swearing in the name of Allah, or swearing by Allah, okay? Swearing by Allah or swearing, you can write also here, Sheila swore in the name of Allah, okay? By Allah, in place of by Allah, you can write in the name of Allah, okay? Swearing in the name of Allah, you can use a comma here, or you may not use a comma here. It is a punctuation mark, okay, but it's not here, it's not a must here, okay? Swearing in the name of Allah, Sheila told me that she would never leave me even in danger, okay? So my dear students, we discussed two prominent rules of expressions, okay, for using in special cases, especially some scolding words, mad, nonsense, fool, and so on, right? And in the second one, some promising or oaths, right? Or vows, like by Allah, by God, by Job, by Jews, okay? By Jews. These are prominent factors frequently used in direct speech, and we have to change it into indirect one like this ways, okay? So thank you so much for joining the class with me, and I think you all will be happy, okay? You all will be okay, and stay home and stay safe, okay? Thank you so much once again for joining the class with me, and try to join the next class in time, okay? Allah Hafiz.